Today I'm going to be teaching you how to play softball. The first skill I'm going to be teaching you is how to throw. So to start, if you're a righty, you're going to have your left foot forward like I do. And then you're going to have your ball in your right hand. First thing you're going to do is step with your hands back near your head. Then you're going to bring the ball back behind your ear like this. And then you do that, and you're going to turn your hips forward and have your arm follow across. So it will look like. And then you have to make sure you have a good grip on the ball. The best place to hold it is like this, on the seams. Hold it right there. If you have a bad release, if you don't follow through straight, the ball may have a tail and go down, or may go up, have a nice spin on it, which will be harder to catch. So you have to make sure that you have that right. The next skill I'm going to teach you is catching. When catching, you're going to start in your athletic position with your knees bent, and you're going to wait till you see your partner release the ball. Once they release the ball, you're going to step towards the ball with your glove foot. So for lefties, it's going to be their right side, and for righties, it's going to be their left side. You'll step towards it like that, and when catching the ball, you'll bring your opposite hand with the glove to help close the gloves to make sure you catch the ball. If you step too soon and the ball is thrown over here, you're going to be like that. You're going to be out in front of yourself and you'll miss the ball. So it's especially important for first basemen to step forwards towards the ball. Skill number 3 is going to be how to receive ground balls. No matter what position you're playing in softball, you're going to start with your feet apart and your butt down in an athletic position like this. You don't want to bend at the back. You want to have your knees bent down low like this. Make sure you're able to go up and down. So for the infield, it's a little different than outfielding, receiving a ground ball. You're going to have your butt down, you have your left foot forward as well, and then, hold me ball, come up on it like that. You want to receive it in front of yourself, so you're able to have one step before throwing it. So those are for balls hit right at you. There's often balls hit to your left or to your right. So if one's hit to your left, you have to make sure you can get to it, but you don't want to stop. If you're able to come through, it helps your momentum going forward, so you don't have to stop and the ball is able to get to first base faster. Now when balls are hit to your right, you're going to have to use what is called your backhand. So you're going to have to bring your glove across your body. Same thing as fielding a regular ground ball. You want to bend at the knees and not at the waist or your back. So you're going to have to kind of be like this, bending your knees almost as if you're doing a lunge. You're going to bring your glove across and make sure it's able to touch the ground like that. Now in the outfield, receiving a ground ball is a little different. There's 2 major kinds of ground balls that you have. So when you're in the outfield, basically you want to make sure that nothing gets by you. In the infield, they have the outfield to back them up, so they're able to go through those ones hard in case they miss it, the outfield's behind them. But in the outfield, you have to make sure that the ball doesn't get by you. So there's a thing called a safety stop. Basically, you let the ball come towards you and you don't come up on it super fast. You let the ball get to you and you get down in front of it and block it with your whole entire body. Even if it bounces and hits your shoulder or hits your body, it's okay, the ball is still in front of you. The second way of receiving an outfield ground ball, is called a do or die. So this is when you will come up on it super hard. This is when the game is tied 4-4 in the bottom of the last inning and that runner on third base can't get home. So the ball's going to be coming towards you and you're going to be coming up, again, receiving it off your glove foot and crow hopping and throwing it home. The next step I'm going to teach you is receiving pop flies. So pop flies are balls hit high up, and you just got to catch them. So one of the first things you need to make sure that you do is get under them. You have to make sure you have to sprint right to the ball and try to get there. Even if you think you can jog and get there just the time that the ball is getting there, you don't want to do that. You want to run right to the ball and give yourself a little bit of extra time to set up. Right to it, but you also want to, if it's coming right here, you want to be a step or two behind it so you can come up on it with your momentum going forward so you're able to crow hop and throw the ball home. So many pop flies are hit over your shoulder, over your right shoulder. So you're going to have to run to them, and some you're not going to be able to get to. You're going to have to catch them while on the run. But you're going to want to try to catch them off your glove foot still. So you'd want to catch it right here. One tendency that girls tend to have is running with their glove down. They'll run to the ball like this, which makes you lose momentum and lose speed. Or they'll run with it out like this. But the proper technique is to run with it tucked. That will help you get to the ball quicker. So, the next skill I'm going to be teaching you is hitting. When it comes to hitting, the equipment you use is very important. So for a shorter girl, she'd want to use a shorter bat. For a taller girl, a taller bat. Now bats come in different weights too. So my bat, for example, is N-weighted. So if I want to hit a ball hard, this is a good bat to use because it will help the ball pop really well and go far. So I'm a lefty, so I'm going to be standing in the lefty's batter's box. You have to make sure that you're in the batter's box at all times. It's not really drawn right now, but it's about that size. So the first thing you're going to want to do is square up to the plate. If you're too far in front of it, too far behind, it could end badly. So typically, being directly in front of the plate and about 8 inches off is where you want to be. One important thing that you should keep in mind is the pitcher has to throw strikes. So the strike zone is about from your knees to the letters on my shirt, and is as across as the plate is. No further out and no further in. So if the pitcher doesn't throw the ball there, you don't have to swing. If she throws 4 balls, which is a ball that's not in the strike zone, you get a free base. And you also have 3 strikes. So that means you have 3 opportunities to hit the ball when she throws it in the strike zone. So you don't have to swing on your first 1 or 2, but when you have 2 strikes on you, you want to make sure that you're aggressive. Once you're squared up to the plate, you're going to want to stay in your athletic position. So it's a little bend in the knees and maybe more on the balls of your feet and less on the heels. You're going to have your weight focus on your back leg. So you're going to have your bat on your shoulder, and once the pitcher starts her motion, you're going to pick your hands up. And once she starts throwing the ball, when she actually releases it, it's when you're going to go back, you're going to lean back further on your back foot, and then once you're ready to actually start the swing, you step. So you're going to step with your front foot about the same time that you're bringing your hands back. So it'll look like this. So once you get that down, you separate, you're going to drive your elbow towards the ball. And while you're doing that, your back knee is also going to turn in. So you'll separate, and do that again. So driving your elbow and knee in helps you get a lot of power. So the next step you're going to want to do is where you're going to actually hit the ball. So you're going to have your separation, your drive, and you're going to keep your hands inside, close to you, like this. You don't want to push them out here or you'll lose all of your power. You got to keep them inside, near your body. So this, because then your ball's going to go up and it'll be a pop-up, which they'll catch and you'll be out. And it's kind of hard to hit it like this. That doesn't really happen, but it's important to keep it flat because that's going to get you a nice solid line drive, which will help you get on. So we're going to call that contact point. The next point in your swing is going to be your extension. So you have to make sure that you extend through the ball, because that's what's going to help it go far. If you don't extend, chances are the ball is just going to be a small grounder to the infield, and then you're most likely going to get out. So I'll show you what extension looks like without hitting the ball. Just like that. You got to make sure at one point in your swing, your arms are straight and your bat is straight, pointing at the pitcher. So I'm going to hit it. The last part of your swing is your follow through, which you just saw me do. You have to make sure that you finish your swing. So you'll separate, power through, contact, extend, follow through. If you don't follow through, the same thing is likely to happen, that it won't be a hard hit ball. It'll be a soft dinker grounder to one of the infielders. Separate, drive through, finish. There are many different methods to get on base, and swinging is just one of them. Another component is bunting. So you're going to want to bunt when there's runners on base and less than 2 outs. The point of bunting is to advance the runners so they're able to score. Often it's a sacrifice. So basically, if I were to bunt, they would throw me out, and that's fine because it's sacrifice. But the girl on second will be able to get to third, or the girl on third will be able to score. Now for a sacrifice bunt, you're going to want to be in the front of the box. So your front foot is going to want to be only inches from the front of the line, and your back foot about near the front of the plate. You move up so your odds of hitting the ball fair are higher. So the first thing you want to do is show pretty early. Showing is just letting them know that you're bunting. The reason you do that is because you want the third baseman and first baseman to crash. Once they see that you're bunting, they're going to run up trying to get you out. And that's okay. So she starts her motion and you come here. And what you do is bend with the knees once again, rather than at the hips or the back. So my dad always calls it elevator knees. And your head is going to be almost level with the bat. Your eyes, so you can see pretty well. Just like that. Wherever you go, the bat goes. Here are some sacrifice bunts. There's also another bunt. The one I just taught you is called a sacrifice bunt. You can also bunt for a hit. So say you haven't been doing well in a game and you haven't hit a ball. You can try something else. You can try bunting. Or if you notice that the first baseman's back at the base or the third baseman's back at their base, you can bunt it to them because you'll most likely beat it out. Now when you're bunting for a hit, you're going to start back in the box, almost about where you do when you're just swinging regularly. This way, they don't know that you're bunting. So unlike a sacrifice bunt, you're going to wait till the very last second to show. You're going to wait till the pitcher's already started her motion and wait till she releases the ball about. And this time, you're going to move your feet. First, you're going to step back with your front foot, and then your back foot's going to come across. And then same thing though, you're going to have elevator knees, and your head's going to be level with the bat. So it will look like this. This way you're already one step closer to the base and your momentum's already getting ready to run. Here's some examples of drag bunts, which is a bunt for a hit.